Good day, everyone. I am Jemina Beatriz L. Arbas,
And I am Mir Marie P. Agsam.
and we will be presenting Multiple versus Unified Self by Rita Carter.
Rita Carter and Multiplicity. Rita Carter was born in Essex, England, and she trained as a journalist in London, where she spent 5 years as an anchor for the London nightly news program, Thames News. She is an award-winning medical and science writer, lecturer, and broadcaster, and is an English medical journalist, and she is the author of the book called Mapping the Mind, which was published in 1998 in the month of October. Further, she has contributed to a wide range of newspapers and magazines, including The Independent, New Scientist, Daily Mail, and Telegraph. Rita Carter's Multiplicity, the new science of personality, is essentially a guide to producing a joyful household of personalities, demonstrating how to distinguish various versions of oneself and how to enable our personalities to participate in functioning to be successful in life.
Difference between multiple selves and unified self. Multiple selves, according to Rita Carter, is a spectrum. It is not limited to a specific set of characteristics, thus, it varies. We may not entirely reveal different characters with our name, age, and history, but our moods alternate, our ambitions modify, and our behavior varies. On the other hand, according to Ali Dog, the unified self refers to the composite character, or to the self that includes all of the other personalities that exist within a person's interactional manner.
What are multiple selves? Carter affirms the occurrence of multiple selves described as others have defined them, but she founded the division of multiple selves into major selves, minor selves, and several fragmentary micros.
There are three divisions of multiple selves: major selves, minor selves, and micros. Major selves is a major, which is entirely fleshed out personality with thoughts, desires, intentions, emotions, ambitions, and beliefs. There are two parts which are single major and double major. Minor selves are less complex than majors and grow out in specific situations. A minor may be no more than a short collection of responses, merely enough to deal with a particular condition, such as a necessity to argue with certain people or smoking in certain circumstances. There is only one part in this self, which is multiple minors. Micros are the building blocks of personalities, individual responses, thoughts, ideas, or habit. These are as small as a physical or vocal contraction or a renewed interfering thought or emotion. Micros merge to form minors, which in turn can combine into majors. There are two parts, which are major plus a minor, and several majors and minor.
Carter bases her assessment of multiple selves using the Big Five Ocean personality dimensions: O for openness, C for conscientiousness, E for extroversion, A for agreeableness, and N for neuroticism. The framework based on Rita Carter's book is a vigorous way for people to measure their personality type. As you can see in her framework, she maps these onto a circular diagram with the opposing traits around the circle. Through a series of questions, you can begin to map your various personalities on the diagram to better understand their role in your mind. This concept created by Rita Carter is a fair idea and is consistent with the new discoveries in science and psychology that she supports her argument with.
Part 2. The typology of selves. There are 6 types, which are defenders, controllers, punishers, role players, relics, and creatives. Defenders protect and guard us against threats, both real and imagined. These are guardians, warriors, pleasers, and fighters. Controllers drive and steer our behavior. These are wise friends, drivers, and organizers. punishers are controllers or defenders whose energy has become misdirected. These are critics, bullies, and martyrs. Role players are personalities created for a particular situation or purpose. These are successes, professionals, bosses, and clowns. Relics are old minors that no longer have a useful function. These include abandoned child and mules. Lastly, creatives originate new ideas, aims, and visions. These include artists and dreamers.
According to Rita Carter, she discusses that every individual has a group of personalities who are all working together. The unified self is the integration of the sub-selves into one. However, integration is a task for the later part of life.
In conclusion, Rita Carter accepts the existence of multiple selves. She published a book entitled Multiplicity, the New Science of Personality. This book guides us on how to know ourselves better, especially our personalities. There are two types of selves, multiple selves and unified self. Multiple selves is described as others have defined them, while unified self is the integration of the subselves into one.
The multiple selves has three divisions, which are the major, the minor, and the micros. The major is a personality with thoughts, desires, intentions, emotions, ambitions, and beliefs. The minor is enough to deal with a particular condition, and the micros is the building blocks of personality. There are two types of assessing ourselves: the Big Five Ocean personality dimensions, and there are two types of assessing ourselves: the Big Five Ocean personality dimensions and the typology of selves.
These are the references that we used for our presentation.
Thank you, and we hope that you learned something. Have a nice day.